Hey everyone, hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys had a nice weekend. I'm going to do a collective reading. We're going to see what the message is today. Now, before I start with that, I guess I have a message here for someone. I didn't realize that I did, but I'm feeling it now. Okay, because something strange happened on the weekend to me, at least. Right? I was on YouTube and all of a sudden I kept getting videos that were suggestions of like people camping in the woods and getting the title of the videos was like, if you feel something is weird, then leave immediately, right? Or like hauntings in the woods, or like stuff like that. And I never watch videos like that, okay, ever. I actually don't really like horror. So I was a bit intrigued. I was like, why is this popping up in my feed all of a sudden, right? Like I felt something. I watched one video and it was like I felt something was weird, so I left, right? And then it kept getting suggested to me, and it was like it was midnight, but on the clock it said 0033. Okay, so another thing, I have a light in my hallway that it flickers on and off, okay, and it was off and it was 0033 on the clock, and I ask and I say out loud, what are you trying to tell me with this? And all of a sudden the light goes on in my hallway, and it had been off for hours, and I was like, whoa, what are you trying to tell me with this? Okay, so I didn't know what that meant, okay? But now I just opened up YouTube and I was gonna put on my music for today, and I see that the little icon on YouTube is a campfire with a little tent, and I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is this? Okay, so something about camping, okay? I don't know if one of you guys is going camping soon, or you've been camping, or that is just the strangest synchronicity that I think I've had in a long time, right? All these weird camping, and like I said, it's something about like if something feels really weird and you get that feeling like you're in the woods by yourself, and all of a sudden like the hair on the back of your neck is standing up, and you're getting this ominous weird feeling that something is in the area, and it's like you just want to get up and leave. It's like you need to get up and leave right then and there. And in the video that I was watching, there was a little dog, and even the dog kept looking in a direction and there was nothing there, but he just kept looking. Like, oh, such a strange video. And I can't believe, I was like, what are you trying to tell me with this? The light goes on. I didn't even finish my sentence and the light in the hallway went back on. It had been off for hours. It was so weird. And it was 0033 on the clock. I will never forget that. And now the YouTube icon is a campfire with a camping tent. It's like, what does this mean, guys? I don't even really know. I still don't know why I was getting that message, or what that meant, but maybe it's not even for me. Maybe it's for you. Okay, someone in the collective. So let's see, guys, what is going on? What is going on today? What is the message here? What is the message here? The Queen of Wands in reverse, the Three of Wands, and the Two of Wands. So this could have something to do with the future. All right, the Eight of Pentacles, a Queen of Wands in reverse. This could have something, this could have something to do with a future event. So it's kind of maybe like a warning for someone, like if something feels weird, like you could be being prepared for something coming, like maybe your guides know that something weird is coming, or somebody's planning something. This is a plan. Look at this, Eight of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Two of Wands. There's a plan, and you might have to listen to your intuition in a specific situation. If something starts feeling off, you need to listen to that feeling and leave immediately. You need to get up and you need to go. Okay. I don't know if it has something to do with outside, with camping, or if it's just that feeling. If it's just that feeling, like when you're out in the woods at night by yourself and you hear something, it's that feeling of being on high alert, okay? And like there's something outside that you can't see, and you get that adrenaline rush. That's kind of what this is giving me, but I don't know why. Okay. Why is the Queen of Wands reversed here? The Three of Cups and the Fool. Now we have 3-3 here. 3 of Wands, 3 of Cups. So that number could be significant for someone. And the Page of Pentacles. This could have something to do with friends. A friends group. Or a party. What's a 3 of Wands? 8 of Swords. The 5 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. Somebody could be planning on getting you stuck, getting you trapped. I mean, I don't really like this because this is even that feeling that I was just describing of being on high alert, okay? It's like when you're alone. With the 5 of Pentacles, it's like when you're alone, you feel abandoned, you feel like no one's coming to help you. 7 of Wands is like defending yourself, needing to protect yourself, but the 8 of Swords not being able to see. And the thing about what was going on in these videos of people camping in the woods, it wasn't even necessarily like the danger of an animal or the danger of another human. It was more like something paranormal or supernatural that was making someone, you know, scared or feeling like they need to leave. It was like more of a paranormal thing. I mean, that's how it came across anyways. Okay, what's the 2 of Wands? The 4 of Wands in reverse. So something about not being home or leaving home, leaving a community, or this has to do with losing stability or something about not being home. The Knight of Wands. Someone taking some sort of action when someone isn't home. Or leaving home. This is a bit weird. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands reverse, please. Who is this? The Wheel of Fortune. The 7 of Cups. This is someone behind some sort of a veil of confusion. Who is this person? Yeah, the Moon and the 9 of Wands. It's like that feeling of needing to protect yourself in the dark when you can't see. In the dark when you can't see, needing to protect yourself in the dark when you can't see. I don't know if somebody is planning on going camping. I don't know. If you are, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to freak you out, but I don't know. What's this 7 of Cups? A message of concern. Who's the Queen of Wands reversed? A gift. This has to do with someone being confused. They're getting a message of concern about a gift. What is that? Somebody is not getting the silent treatment. Axe in reverse. Okay, tell me more about why someone is confused here. What's this message of concern? Oops. The 3 of Swords. The World. The Sun. Somebody is confused that there wasn't a breakup, or they're confused because there's no separation, no breakup. This is the truth about a cycle ending, or that now something's coming out, something is coming to light about someone traveling, or the world. Something about traveling maybe, okay? Or vacation with the whole camping thing. Making a fire. A campfire. Making a fire. No, I just heard putting the fire out. Putting the fire out. What is this? Tell me more about this. A gift. Despair. Someone is in their thoughts. They're in despair. It's a message of concern. About what? About someone transcending the obstacle, ascending. Something that they're learning, expanding, ascending, transcending an obstacle. So this is a Queen of Wands in reverse. This is someone that's jealous, spiteful, vengeful, angry, bitter, confused. They're getting a message of concern about a gift. They're in despair that someone is transcending an obstacle. Okay, what's this Three of Cups? Justice, the Hierophant, and the Six of Cups in reverse. I mean, the Hierophant and Justice, that's like court. That's the law, tradition, the justice system, something legal, a group of people. It's a message of concern because of something possibly to do with the court system or the legal system. What's the Page of Pentacles? The Magician in reverse. They manipulated something. It could be some sort of evidence. The Six of Swords in order to get away with something. What's the Hierophant Justice? Occupation. It has to do with someone's job or a plan or what someone was working towards or where someone works. The community, a whole community of people working on a plan with the courts, with justice, with the law, trying to get away with something that they manipulated, trying to put the fire out. And this card says twin flames, flames, flames. They're trying to put the fire out, and this card says flames on it. That's crazy. There's something that they started a fire and now it's getting too big and now they're trying to put the fire out. So who's caught in the woods with the scary feeling? Or is that what they intended for you? So maybe they tried to, I mean, this is just like metaphorical, right? So they tried to get you into a place. That was the plan. The plan was to get you into a place where you were supposed to feel like you were alone in the woods. They wanted to haunt you in a way, I guess, okay? Where you wouldn't be able to defend yourself and you felt alone and trapped. But you might have gotten the message just in time, right? You got the message to get up and leave. You felt that something was off. You got up and you left. 0033, you're protected. I said, what are you trying to tell me with this? And the light went back on again. So something about the lights turning on just in time. You're protected. You were able to get out. Now the flame is too big and they're trying to put the fire out. Now they're the ones that are stuck in the woods. And they're trying to put a fire out. What's the fire that they're trying to put out? Bad health. Something to do with someone's health. Or that's what they were planning for you. They were planning to put you in bad health or get you in bad health. Or this, you know what this could even be? It's like trying to make you feel like you're going crazy. Like, I don't know if this is like some weird psychosis that they tried to get you in, okay? What's bad health? Eight of Cups in reverse, feeling like you can't leave, feeling like you can't get away, feeling like you're trapped somewhere and you can't get away from it. You can't move on. It's like it's giving me like a weird, like they tried to mentally imbalance you or emotionally imbalance you. Like they tried to put you in a situation where you can't get out. You can't get away. You're sitting in the forest and you're scared and you feel like you can't get out. You feel like you're being haunted. And it's almost like they wanted you to be on high alert all the time. Like, oh, what was that? What was that? Who's there? Who's there? What is it? It's like they want, like, it's giving me like spiritual psychosis a bit as well. Like they wanted you to feel paranoid all the time. They tried to create that. They definitely did. They definitely tried to create that kind of an environment, and then they tried to keep you in it and make sure that you cannot get out of it. It's like they wanted you to go crazy or feel like you're going crazy. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles. It's like this is something that they did continuously over and over and over again. Like they continuously did this. It's like, you know what it is? It's like this is some serious mental manipulation. So this is a group of people or a community of people that they would like they would do something to you and then they would wait. This is what's giving me. They would wait a couple weeks or a couple months until you kind of settle down again and feel like everything's fine, and then they would do something again to kind of like rattle you up again. It's like almost to make you feel like it's never going to end, like you're never going to get out of it. It's like a continuous, like as soon as you feel safe, they come in and they try to mess it up again, and so that you always feel like you always have to be on higher alert or hyper vigilant. Like exactly like sitting in a forest and then, you know, you hear a noise and you're like, what is that? And then you don't hear anything for a while and you're like, okay, maybe I was imagining it. Maybe I was just making it up. Maybe it was just an animal. And then all of a sudden you hear it again and it's louder and it's nearer and you're like, oh my God, there is something there. And then you don't hear something again for a couple hours. So you're like, okay, maybe, you know, I'm just over. And then they do it again. It's like that kind of a mental, it's like mental torture. Okay. I don't know what this is. If it's like, I don't know if somebody pulled this from like some sort of CIA files or where they got this shit, but that's kind of what it feels like. It's like trying to torture someone continuously, but like through a long period of time. It's like trying to make someone's mental health deteriorate, right? That's the message. Page of Wands. That's the message, really. About these people working together. And I don't know why the star is giving me at night. I don't know why I'm getting like fireworks. Fireworks. Or like one of those, you know, one of those, the GUNs, but not a real GUN. It's like one that does the firework. Why am I getting that all of a sudden? It could be something that they did like outside of your house at night to make you scared, okay? I don't know. Is that what this is? Talking about flames and fire. The Ten of Pentacles. This has to do with a lot of money or generational wealth, a lot of money, a lot of assets. A King of Swords in reverse. Somebody lying about... Somebody lying to get a lot of money. Why am I getting something with fireworks, man? Or someone having like one of those, man, put it in the comments, please, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't really remember what it's called, like a flare GUN, or isn't it called something like that? Well, no, I think that's like for emergency rescue, right? Something about you being paranoid, something about being home, being paranoid, being worried, feeling unsafe in the house. I'm not even sure if this is like even something with like a smoke detector. Smoke detector, fire alarm, Queen of Swords in reverse. The Seven of Wands in reverse. What is all this, man? It's all about making you feel like you can't defend yourself or you can't protect yourself, or there's like people around that, you know, you're not safe, you're not protected. But like, what's the point? So that you feel like you can't keep a positive mindset. It's all about making you feel like you cannot stay positive, man. Or it's like your positive mindset is deteriorating out of fear, out of paranoia. That's like a huge angle that these people are going for, or that they went for in the past, or if it's something that you've been dealing with for a long time. This could have something to do with like gang stalking, okay? Gang stalking and different tactics. Like everybody brings a different idea to the table, okay? And it's like to make you feel like you can never get out, to make you feel like you can't keep a positive mind, like your mental state is deteriorating out of fear and paranoia. It's something about trying to force you into like some sort of a psychosis, man. I'm not even kidding. Why am I getting fireworks? Why am I getting fireworks or like loud noises outside of the house? Loud noises like in the yard, okay, like different times in the middle of the night. The High Priestess in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. This has something to do with a plan. With a Queen of Cups. A plan with a Queen of Cups. The Two of Swords. Not being able to see something clearly, not being able to listen to your intuition, or being confused, not knowing what to think. A main male. A main male trying to create some sort of confusion about someone's work, where someone works, someone's job, a Queen of Cups, occupation, someone's job, something about bad health. What is it, like a doctor? High honor, yeah, saying that something illegal happened at the job, or something illegal is going on at someone's work. I'm getting doctor, I'm getting pharmacist. What does that have to do with flames and fire? This reading is a bit confusing. Well, it's a bit like, it feels like not very straight to the point, but more of like I'm speaking in metaphors for some reason. What's this plan that they had here? Two Wands. Or maybe it's someone trying to say that you're mentally ill. Like maybe someone is trying to paint the picture of you being mentally unstable or mentally ill. Knight of Swords in reverse with some sort of lies, some sort of slander, defamation, false information, with something that a Queen of Pentacles has in their possession, or something a Queen of Pentacles held on to, or what is that? Hand of Cards, not today. Angry, anger, someone being hurt, someone being angry. This is what they took a chance on. They took a risk on this. They took a chance, they took a risk on your anger or someone being angry. See, that's kind of going back to my reading that I just did on the weekend, where they are trying to use your own anger against you, or they have something in their possession where you were angry, a recording or an audio file or something where you were angry about something, or messages, I don't know, where you were angry about something, and they use this to lie and to create some sort of a narrative about what you were planning. So it's kind of like taking it's giving me a recording, taking some sort of a recording or something like that, where you're angry 2 years ago and then pretending like it just happened 2 hours ago and saying, oh, look, they're so angry, they're about to do something with this anger, even though the audio file is so fucking old, or it's not even in the right context, or it's about something completely different, okay? It could be that. Seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation. Cheating? This has to do with cheating. Text, calls, and emails, and cheating. This has to do with text, calls, emails, and cheating? What is this? I mean, this is just such a confusing mess. Whatever these people do, it is always so confusing. Like, I think that's kind of like the recipe for everything at the end of the day that they get into. It's like, if it's just confusing, let's just make it as confusing as possible, and then hopefully nobody will find out the truth, right? If we just make it extremely confusing, nobody's gonna get behind the truth. I mean, I think that's kind of like the recipe they go for every time. Okay, what are we missing here? The Five of Pentacles, it has to do with being in poverty, or someone being broke, being in poverty, feeling left out in the cold, bad health, or something about poverty. Being angry because of poverty, being angry because somebody put, or maybe it's debt. Being angry about debt, being angry about how someone put you in debt, or how you have debt because of someone else, being angry about money, or being in poverty. What does that have to do with someone texting, calling, email about cheating? I mean, what the hell is this? Page of Cups, Pages, so it has to do with messages or information, communication, text, calls, emails. Okay. And family, talking to family, the Hierophant in reverse, about something illegal. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know. Something like that. Ace of Pentacles. Money and investment. I mean, this could even be like medication, okay, with the Ace of Pentacles and health like that. For some reason, I am getting something with a doctor, a pharmacist, something with health, something illegal going on with the job, someone losing their title, the Hierophant in reverse, losing their title, losing their accreditation. Yeah, I got that in the crime hour. Okay, so yeah, what about it? A married couple. a married couple is using these messages, is using this information, or it has to do with who they're married to. Something that someone is, okay, someone is married. Sudden wealth. Something about money, okay. This has to do with debt. This has to do with someone being in debt, someone being in poverty because of someone that they're married to. Okay, what else I'm getting here? What else I'm getting here is like, look, if you are someone with a title, like you're a doctor, you're a pharmacist, you're a lawyer, you're a police officer, anything like that, you're a judge. It doesn't matter what kind of a crime you get involved in, even if you're not the person that committed the crime, even if you're just like, if you knew about something and you didn't say something, there's a ton of reasons why people lose their accreditation, okay? And it doesn't have to be because you actually committed a crime. It could even be because of someone that you're married to, right? So look, what I'm getting here is someone losing their title, losing their accreditation, okay? Now, whoever this person is with a title, whatever kind of a job they do, let's say they're married to a criminal. Their husband, their wife, their husband here gets involved in some sort of financial crimes, money crimes that leaves someone in debt. Let's say they commit some sort of fraud, okay? Yeah, so let's take this example. Let's take an example. Let's say this is a doctor, okay? And they have an accreditation. And their husband gets involved with some sort of like financial fraud, money laundering, health insurance fraud, something like that, right? Shady things like that tied to a business. Now, if this person gets reported on, or if something happens to their husband where their husband gets investigated and they're married, this doctor could also lose their accreditation just because they're involved with someone who committed a crime. It doesn't mean that they actually did something. It means that if they're connected to someone. So let's say, look, let's say you know this married couple and this person's husband committed financial fraud or some sort of employment fraud, health insurance fraud, something like that. And whatever they did, it put you or someone here into a lot of debt trying to clean this mess up, right? But there's something here about being angry about having debt. So something that someone's husband or wife did here could have put someone in a lot of debt because of fraud. Okay. Someone in this marriage could have been worried about losing their accreditation or losing their title because they're married to someone that committed fraud. It doesn't mean that they did it too, but they're worried about losing their title. See, like I said, if you're a doctor, you don't just lose your accreditation just because of like medical malpractice. If you are charged with even any kind of a crime, even if it's just a financial crime, if you're charged with a crime, you can lose your accreditation because if you have a title like that, you have to be clean. It's like you have to have no kind of crimes on your record. Your record has to be clean. You cannot have certain accreditations or certain titles if you don't have a clean record. It doesn't have to be medical malpractice. It could even be something financial that ended up putting someone in a lot of debt. And someone here was worried about losing their title, okay? Losing their accreditation because of what someone else got involved in, okay? It's kind of like, even like, let's say you're a lawyer and you're married to someone that ends up committing a bunch of fucking crimes. You could be worried about losing your bar because of this idiot that committed a lot of crimes. It doesn't mean that you did anything wrong, but you're worried about being married to that person, and if it's going to reflect poorly on your job. And if you're married and you have split finances, you have split bank accounts, you have split knowledge of whatever's, well, not knowledge, but if someone is committing crimes in the background and you don't know about it, but you're married, right? How's that going to look to the law, logically speaking? Okay. So you as a lawyer could then be worried that you're going to lose your accreditation because of someone that you're married to and what they were getting into. It doesn't mean that you were doing something illegal, but how is it going to look? Right? It's like someone being worried about their reputation or their accreditation here. Okay. What else do we need to know about that? Okay, some sort of messages here. The Knight of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. This has to do with a strategy around someone not giving to someone, not wanting to pay for something. What is that? The Six of Wands. It's how they thought that they would, how these people thought they would have victory and success. Not receiving something, not getting something. That was the plan. Not getting something, not receiving something. That was the plan. The Devil. No, it has to do with someone's job. It has to do with someone's work. These people are purposely targeting someone's career, and it's the person with the title. And I'm not talking about a spiritual title. I'm not talking about your spiritually. I'm talking about someone who has an actual legal title. Okay, like a lawyer, like a judge, like a doctor. These people are purposely targeting that person. Yeah, they are. Yeah, it's someone's career. They're definitely going after someone's career, someone's job. The Chariot. Cancer energy. The Page of Pentacles. And it's like, look, it's given me even a bit of like, let's say these people did something illegal with substances, okay? It's like they're trying to blame the one person with the title, even though that person is not involved at all. They're not involved at all, but they're trying to blame it. And then there's some sort of a conversation here with this person about some sort of financial fraud, okay? And some sort of implications off of that. All right. Anything that we don't know yet? This has to do with a King of Swords that can't defend themselves because of something to do with a home, losing an inheritance, a property, losing an inheritance and a property. A King of Swords can't defend themselves when it comes to someone losing an inheritance, losing a property. The Tower. I mean, maybe this fire and this campfire thing is like also just a metaphor for their cauldron, because I feel like that's what they do. They take a little bit of spice from here and then a little bit of spice from there, and then they take a little bit of the cinnamon from here and a little bit of the, the orange peels from there, and then they just kind of like, we're just going to mix it all up in the cauldron, right? Because this is like people confusing things from a long time ago with with lies. And also things that are completely unrelated, like talking about cheating. I mean, where the fuck does that come in? So random, okay? It's like, it's just a confusing mess, really. What they're doing is they're attacking someone's job, that's for sure. Someone's occupation. And they're trying to make it look like something happened at a job with someone who has a title when it wasn't that person. It's like they're trying to frame someone that's actually doing things in the upright. They're trying to frame someone so that they get off the hook. And all of this is going on at the same time where they're like trying to, you know, make you paranoid and make you seem like you are suffering psychosis, apparently, and you are mentally ill. It all plays in together somehow, right? It all plays in together somehow. Okay, so what's the closing words here? That's the message. It has to do with messages. That's the message. Yeah, okay. Something about messages. Okay, I know. The Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah, okay. So this has to do with messages or communication or that's just the message, guys. That's the message. So I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye.